Hi everybody, here's the reading. Here's your reading for the week of the 13th of January. So let's just have a little look. What's coming up, what to focus on, and perhaps what to avoid this week. Let's just see what's coming in and what to avoid. Okay, so it's quite funny because this week we start today with our full moon circle. So we have our first full moon of the new year, and the vibe is a little bit not chaotic, but there's just a feeling of not chaos, but just things being a little bit up and down. So we're in a full moon in Cancerian. So Cancerian is a very watery sign. It's a very emotional sign. And of course, the full moon is going to shine the light on our hidden emotions, on our emotions. So we may feel them coming up. So it may make us feel a little bit out of sync, a little bit not as much as chaotic, but it's a really hard word to explain. So I feel that's how we can say, if someone says how we are, yeah, we're okay, but it's a little bit hard to explain. So I feel that this week, then, you know, it's a good week to try to stay very calm. So that means taking yourself out of situations that may be difficult if you can. If not, be like the Emperor, have really strong boundaries. Organize your time well, because when we get overworked, overwhelmed, feel rushed, we can sometimes get over emotional about it and not be able to cope or not feel right. So this is saying, you know, go through the week, everything's going to be okay. We've got a very strong full moon, and this is going to awaken and enlighten some of our hidden emotions, but that also means that's good because they'll come up to heal. So if you can go through the week being sort of self-aware of what triggers you, and to help that, you know, it is really very much the Emperor card, which is almost the opposite of the feeling around this full moon. So to go through the Cancerian full moon, if you're armed like the Emperor, which is sort of, yeah, this is my space, my emotion. You know, if you're not in my mind unless I want you to be there. Or you stand back, you pause at the emotions that are coming up, you have boundaries, you get yourself organized, you clear out, again with the full moon, but also with the Emperor energy. He clears out anything that no longer serves him. He gets organized, goes through wardrobes, and that's a lovely way to start the new year as well. You know, go through your wardrobes, go through your computer, go through where you store things and your mind and your emotions, and go through and think about what you don't want to store anymore, because this can help you release these emotions. So we do have a watery week, a little bit of chaotic emotions, maybe things coming up. Also, we've all been through sort of I know, you know, the Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, whatever. It's been a big time with family and perhaps friends, or going through past emotions of loss. So this is sort of giving yourself some time to release that flow of water. And it does very much feel like a time where you can. This is the Six of Wands. So it is a time where it feels like you're going to actually become quite empowered by the energies, that by releasing these things and perhaps noticing your triggers, noticing how your growth, how much you've grown, noticing the emotions that go through. You're going to be able to release them and move forward to a place that's more grounded and more successful. But that means you've really got to harness this more grounded. You know, for me, it's all about getting through this week with the Emperor energy. Owning your space, owning your mind, you know, being firm, being grounded, tuning into your breath, being aware, and that way you get to this 10 of Pentacles, this sort of fulfillment and this way of flowing. So it feels like you can clear out a lot of emotional stuff, and then the Ten of Pentacles comes in, which can mean also you're going to have this sort of financial opportunity, financial growth, family time, grounding time, just feeling good. The King of Wands comes in as well to say, with this energy of the full moon, the week of the full moon, by releasing what you don't want, you can use the fire to manifest and to transform. But what, again, the only card that comes up into the what you avoid, apart from everything I've said, is this Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is about when we really step out of our Emperor. You know, we step out of owning ourselves, owning our voice, owning our space, owning our boundaries. And that's when we get all over the place. We get overwhelmed and, you know, perhaps out of control with our thoughts and feelings. And then we get too I was going to say exhausted, but we get very ungrounded. So that brings in anxiety. And when we're anxious, it's very hard to move forward in life. It's hard to make decisions. It's hard to get things done. And it's also with the full moon, which can intensify our anxiety, and it is emotional because of the Cancerian moon. If we're tired and anxious, then we just get totally out of our center. So it all comes back to this week, really harnessing your energy to act like the Emperor. So sometimes if you're going through something, if you've got a moment where you feel oh, or you can't cope, or you've got some problems and you don't know what to do with them, ask yourself, what would the Emperor do? What would the Emperor do? He may cast that person out of his empire. He may organize this stuff and push it away. He may say, no, not today. He would, you know, he would organize, he would defend, he would own, and he would speak from a place of strength, very much from the power of the solar plexus. And that's the way. So that's the way through the week, stepping into the Emperor moment. If you do feel overwhelmed, and even if it's your own mind that is sort of putting doubts in, or going back over self-sabotaging feelings and thoughts with this new moon and full moon in Cancerian coming up, as I said, it's very emotional. So also you can also get in control of your thoughts by being the Emperor, and then writing down, I want to release those thoughts. I don't want to keep thinking that I've wasted, or I've invested, lost an hour thinking the same thing over and over and again, and all I'm doing is punishing myself. It's time to release it, write it down, throw it in the bin, bury it, burn it, get rid of it, and focus on something that you want to have in your empire. So I hope that all makes sense to you, but it is that important time. If you can meditate. If meditation means that you just sit thinking more and more, then put a guided meditation on. Put something in your life that uplifts you and takes you away, empowers you, because this is also a week I feel that there can be a lot of empowerment around, because we have the King of Wands, we have the Six of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. So if we allow ourselves, if we stand in our strength, defend our energy and our empire, we can have that success of the Six of Wands, the success of the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. So it's all within our reach, as long as we sort of take it slowly and be emperors. Be emperors this week, or empresses, whatever. Anyway, many blessings. I'll see you tonight in the full moon, where we're going to go into healing our inner child. Okay, many blessings.